Okay, first thing we're going to do is put 2 tablespoons of butter in a large pot, melt the butter, and then add 1 sliced onion. I'm just using a plain old yellow onion, and then you're going to cook this over medium heat until the onions begin to caramelize, and that means that the sugar in the onion starts to cook and turn brown. When they get nice and brown like that, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar. And this is going to deglaze the pan, which basically means all the brown bits in the bottom of the pan are going to come off and mix in with the onions. And you're just going to stir this around until the vinegar evaporates, and that doesn't take long at all. Then whisk 3 tablespoons of flour into 2 cups of milk. And just whisk that slowly until it is all combined. And then pour that milk flour mixture a little at a time in with the onions, and cook this over medium heat, stirring constantly for about 5 minutes until it's bubbly and thickened. Once the sauce is thickened, you can then proceed to add some spices and some herbs. To this, add 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And then add the herbs, which are rosemary and parsley. You can add a teaspoon of chopped fresh rosemary, which I have here, or 1/4 teaspoon of dried. And you can also use fresh parsley, 1/4 cup of chopped fresh parsley. I added a couple tablespoons of the dried kind. That's all I had in the house. Stir that together and then add 4 medium-sized sliced potatoes. And I suggest you slice them fairly thin. They cook faster that way. And just stir them around and toss them in the sauce so they're well coated. Then pour all of that into a greased 9 by 13 inch baking dish. And just spread it out evenly. And then add some cheese over top. The recipe suggests 1/2 cup of Colby or cheddar cheese. I put probably more than 1/2 cup. I probably put closer to a cup of cheese on there because I just really like cheese. Then bake this at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour until the potatoes are tender. These are some of the best scalloped potatoes I've ever tasted. Actually, they are very good. And even Max really liked them, and he's the kind of kid that won't eat onions. And he just really went back for seconds for these. So there you go, give them a try.